I want to tell you a true story about how a dad taught his son about the love of a father, and consequently about the love of the father. Now, the story really isn't about the son, who we'll call Mark, but about his brother, Joe. Now, Joe is 2 years older than Mark, and even though he's very outgoing and can strike up a conversation with anyone, he's always had a difficult time relating to those closest to him. Growing up, his mother was usually the one who was able to calm him down when difficult situations arose, to step into his fights with his father, to diffuse the situation. As Joe got older, he had a difficult time finding a place to belong, a group of people who would accept him. You see, Joe has Asperger's syndrome, and as he struggled for acceptance among his peers, he grew further away from his family. Joe found a place to belong among the party types. He found a people who would accept him, and they taught him that alcohol would give him the confidence and ease with people. Alcohol abuse quickly led to drug abuse, which pushed him further still from his family. Joe's parents did everything they could to reach out to him, as they felt him slipping away daily. When reasoning failed, threats were made about his drug and alcohol use. Punishments were enforced, anything that would help save him from his own bad choices. Mark remembers a lot of arguments between Joe and his father. The arguments would usually end the same. Joe would storm out of the house and spend a few days with friends, cooling down. But he was always welcomed back into the house, while being reminded of the expectations for him. Mark was impressed by his parents' continual willingness to forgive his brother. But there was one day that Mark will never forget. He heard a lot of yelling and banging, and he went to investigate. He knew that yet again Joe had been caught with drugs, and assumed that the regular verbal battle was ensuing. This time, however, Joe had taken the fight to the next level, physically attacking his father. As Mark watched, he saw his father overpower Joe, pinning him to the ground. Joe kicked and screamed and yelled horrible insults at his father, screaming at him that he hated him. As Joe spit in his father's face, Mark heard his father begin to yell over Joe's screams of hatred. "I love you! I love you! I love you!" And in that moment, Joe saw the love of the father through the love of his father for his brother. Spit in his face. Tell him that you hate him. Rebel against his will, and his response will always be, "I love you. I love you. I love you." Unreasonable? Yes. But then again, grace doesn't make sense.